finding that the governor has not lifted the recommendation about groups of greater than 10. It would be my strong recommendation as the department head who oversees the group of men who are dealing with this firsthand every day, that we make sure that whatever we do stays in line with the governor's directives. And until he lifts that directive about 10 or more, we shouldn't be having any kind of event where we gathering. I mean, just like we're doing a council meeting on a WebEx tonight, we shouldn't be gathering in the council chambers because that's more than 10 people. To me, it's a no-brainer. We don't host community events likely until the fall at the very best, just given the way the virus is continuing to spread.
I totally agree. I told you that a long time ago, Warren. I thought June 30th was too soon.
Right. So let me have a few thoughts on what's been said. So I don't know that I know the 10 doesn't apply to a lot of things. I don't know about gatherings, but I don't personally, like the community center, nothing is really done there that is not a communal event, right? It's a community center. People gather in groups. So to me, it makes sense to not have it open for whatever period of time, for several weeks anyway. Already discussed, the car show is outside, there's some people gathering together around the vehicle. To me, that should be allowed. The library, I personally see a little differently, in that most people go to the library. It's an individual activity, they look at the books by themselves, and if they maintain the social distancing to be virtually, that would be okay, but it is different than a business, and I have no problem keeping it yourself as well. With my thought.
Well, I personally
City Manager, this is Chief Shelley.
Yes, sir.
With the library and other city facilities that are still closed currently, especially with the library, I would just caution that when we open that back up to the public, you have a very small staff over there, and the ability of that staff to ensure that we are adequately sanitizing and cleaning contact surfaces, and then you're going to have people on computers, you're going to have people touching books. I think the exposure risk and the liability of the city there becomes very great if we do that too soon.
Well, it's not essential business, and I think we should just leave it alone. Yeah. Because you have to realize that this thing goes pretty far out. Just like tonight, what needs to be done, tomorrow, all the stuff that you're sitting on needs to be done. Okay? We open something up, that's a total clean out every time. And it's hard for us to have somebody do that. Gentleman that takes care of us, 4 valve replacements. He's not just going to bounce back. And when he was doing that, he was working 3 nights a week? 2 nights. 2 nights a week. So that means we're going to have to, if we were to do this, we'd have to hire somebody else. No, I think it's very clear. We're not going to open anything other than essential businesses at this time. And
so, clarifying question though, Marvin, are our parks still closed?
Our parks are open by order of the governor.
They are open, okay. That just makes sense to me for that people can run or do individual activities in parks.
No, the parks are open.
Okay.
And if these things were to open, let's say in 3 weeks, before the crest, just because this thing's a crest, how do you know it's a crest? No, we're not going to open them until we stay from it. They're not essential businesses, and we're not going to jeopardize people.
Right, and I'm not saying that it's a realistic chance to open them in 3 weeks. I would just like to, I'd like to reevaluate. That could be that in 3 weeks you say you still think it's 6 weeks out, and maybe we consider it 6 weeks in. So I just want to be able to reevaluate it in a shorter period of time than that 6 weeks is all.
Well, the bottom line, each meeting we have, we reevaluate, update, and then. Well, I'm just saying, I'm not taking up. Y'all can decide, but we need to do it a little longer than 2 weeks. There's not much changes in 2 weeks. Oh, we understand. And You know, that's all. And I know it's quite upsetting to some people. I've talked to some of the people who are upset about it. You know, I'm sorry, but this is reality. And
What's the date of the first week?
I doubt if any other small
June
city
second,
takes
I believe.
it seriously as we have.
June 9th?
oh, we're so fortunate because a lot of other people have retirement places, homes. We don't have that, and that's where most of the deaths have occurred. So we didn't have all of that we had.
How about we just agree to reevaluate on June 9th?
Well, each council meeting will get an update.
Right.
One thing though, I think there's some, discussion is the fireworks thing. So, you know, we don't have to decide tonight, but at this point, it seems clear to me that we wouldn't do a fireworks show the way we normally do it, where there's literally thousands of people moving together in a small space.
No, I totally agree. I mean, if they can't play baseball or something somewhere, and we certainly don't want to invite everybody in the country in River Oaks for a social gathering. We don't want to do that.
Right, so if there, maybe we can think of some alternatives, maybe that would be, you know, so that we're not totally not doing anything, I would encourage us to do that. One thought, and this may totally be unrealistic, but if, like if Camp Carter or someone would allow us to shoot them off of their property, the center of their property or something, where there's no place for people to gather.
There's still people would come along the boulevard and gather here to watch it. They try to.
Or even if it's that far away.
Or they'd be all gathered on Inspiration.
Camp Carter's got their own problems right now with the virus.
Okay.
I mean, really.
Anyway, I think we ought to, I don't want to wait till 2 weeks before to make that call, so.
What happens
There's
if,
a contract and other things.
Yeah, that's what happens if we cancel, Marlon?
He called me the other day, I told him, that I couldn't give him a real answer right now, but he talked like if we decided to do it, to let him know, but if not, he
Is
understood.
there a penalty?
No.
Well, we just extend that another year. I would say put it on the next agenda and cancel it for this year and be on the safe side.
That's
Put
fine.
the word out so everybody to know it.
Well, what's the decision on the car show then? That's a social gathering.
Canceling it, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
we have no other
But they're
choice.
still advertising, and they need to know that, post haste, that they, you know, we've changed the date on it once. I'm still getting emails about it, that it's coming about.
Well, cancel for the time being.
I just talked to her tonight, so she knows.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm involved with that car show as well, and we have already discussed a backup plan that I guess everything has to go before city council. I guess I'll just bring it up now. We've discussed with the chief of police and Roy Shields about if this was the turnout. I've been doing, while all of this social distancing is going on, I've gotten involved with a group that's doing these drive-by birthdays, where people are decorating up cars and going by little kids' houses that don't get to have a birthday party and all that. And what we had discussed is actually having speaking of old cars, having a parade of sorts, not an actual parade, but having cars decorate up or doing just the classic cars, and having them drive through a
The
Oh,
car,
not the car show's not, no.
no. Where we're getting off course, because it's not an agenda item for you.
Yeah, what was the agenda item that gets?
It is, it's related.
it is related.
It is related. Public city event.
Mm-hmm. Because the city, I have to scroll through the whole thing again.
Well, it doesn't have to be, but it can be. So we're talking about the car show and other city events. So what we had already started putting in motion in the event that the car show was not gonna be allowed was to have, you know, not having people in their cars, but driving. We actually talked about two different, parades of sorts.